Hello, good evening. This is Mike Rutherford from Genesis. We thought we'd invite you here backstage so you can see what goes on at a concert before and after and during. You can see how we cheat, how we don't really play, how we mime, and it's all taped and stuff like that. Actually, we don't, we do play.
We always all like the most recent stuff best of all. It's kind of what you've just done and it's what you want to be doing most of all. And so you choose as much of that as you can, as much as is playable. On this album we're playing virtually everything apart from Anything She Does, which was a difficult song to do. And other than that we just sort of go back through our past with songs that we still have an affection for. The emphasis always tends to be on more recent stuff, I think, but we're doing songs going back as far as 1973 on this tour, because in speaking for myself, I'm proud of our whole career, really, and I like songs from every period.
Or like this tour we're doing, Supper's Ready. The end of Supper's Ready. So that's one of the reasons why it's good to be in a group, because I will choose a couple of old songs that maybe someone hasn't thought of, or Tony might do the same, or Mike might do the same. And before you know it, you've got about 3-4 hours worth of material, which you've got to prune down to a couple of hours. So there.
Land of Confusion is a song, it's almost a protest song. I actually wrote the lyrics to this one. It's a song that is the nearest I've ever come to actually making an out in the open statement. I normally make little comments about things in a subtle sort of an aside way. It's really about how we live in a very nice world and what a mess we're making of it, and how it should all be so easy and how it's all so difficult. It's a kind of 80s protest song. It's taken me this long to write my first protest song.
Well, the Brazilian it's kind of much closer to the kind of thing I do on some of my solo albums, So if you like the Brazilian, you should go and buy them. It's which no one does. I'm not very good at writing sort of love songs anyhow. Phil writes them much better, so I leave the short, those kind of things up to him.
You know I love you, but I just can't take this. You know I love you, but I'm playing for keeps. Although I need you, I'm not gonna make this. You know I want to, but I'm in too deep. So listen.
This time is the first tour we've actually brought a complete set of Vari lights with us. This is the first tour anyone's ever done it, actually. They've just designed a brand new light, which is the Par light. And it's basically, we used to be Vari lights and the lights they call the Par lights, which are the kind of lights that give you the general colour. But this time we've designed this light that, or we've had designed this light that does both. So it's the first time that has happened, and it seems to be working very well. It's all those Vari lights gives an opportunity to completely change the shape of the stage, which is quite exciting to look at.
Oh, right. So come, right, okay. Look, it's not boring yet.
Liven
So that's
it up,
good to
he
get.
said.
Okay.
So
Well,
I thought I'd come in and liven it
that doesn't liven it up, you know.
up. Use that and I'll kill you.
All right. Okay.
You can't go in there like that.
It's the thing you can go into the next in line. Gotta go, gotta go. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know what you have done? Do you see what you've begun?
See what I got? See, I got two of these tonight. I got one last night, two tonight. I got 2 bras last night and a shoe, and I got 3 extra bras tonight. So when I retire, it's a lingerie shop for me.
This is our deck drummer for the evening. We couldn't find anyone.
Gutler gear.
Couldn't find a professional drummer, so this is what we got.
That's it. Jess has been with the band, I'd say, for 10 years, and I first came to hear of him with a Frank Zappa album called Live at the Roxy. And Bill Bruford had just left us to form UK, and I was looking for drummers, and I couldn't find any English drummers that I liked enough. So I started buying some albums of American drummers and heard this Live at the Roxy album with Frank Zappa, and Chester was on it playing with another drummer. And he did a couple of drum things together with this other drummer, which were great double drums. And in fact, we used that same lick that I heard on that album. We used it on the end of Afterglow. We use it all the time. It's just one of those classic drum fills. And I don't know whether we actually are going to present him with a gold watch. I think we should do. We should at least do something. I think my batteries have just run out.
I was doing a show in San Francisco. I was doing a Company of the Wiz, just playing drums for the show. And I got a phone call from Phil, basically saying, "Look, I saw you at Weather Report. You want to do the gig with Genesis?" And that was, it was just as cut and dry as that.
You're on MTV, man. And as we fondly bid farewell, Chester Thompson.
When Steve Hackett left the band, I wasn't sure if he wanted a bass player guitarist or a guitarist who could play bass. And I did quite a few auditions and saw various people. And then Darryl came along in New York, and we automatically, I thought, hell, he'll do.
Would you welcome, please, a nice Canadian welcome, please, for on the guitar and the bass guitar, our good friend, Mr. Darryl Sterner.
I'm very bad at remembering parts, and Darryl is very good, so he has to remind me of the chords of the songs that I wrote, a few years ago, which is why he's with us.
Mike Rutherford, in fact, auditioned me in New York City, and from there it's history, basically. What do you want to know?
Do you remember what the first gig was?
No, I don't. I can't tell you that.
Great after all.
I don't know what the first gig was. This is no good for you.
But if we don't know the chords of a song, when the three of us are thinking about it, we wait until Daryl arrives and he teaches us all how to play it. He's a great musician.
No, I think the thing I dislike most about touring is flying, which is something I kind of I'm sort of better at it than I used to be, but I don't like flying at all. I'm a very nervous flyer, and you have to do so much of it when you're in a group. But I decided a long time ago, when we first started going on the road, that I either had to accept it or give up being in a group, and I decided I would accept it.
Maybe next tour I could stay in the same hotel as you guys. Okay? Yeah? A Holiday Inn's a nice hotel, but...
When we're not working that night. Never drink, day of a gig. Apart from that little vodka you saw me with last night before the show. That's all I ever do. Does that sound?
Yeah.
Oh.
To describe a sound check, I heard Charlie Watts in an interview the other day when he was asked what the Rolling Stones meant to him, and he said 5 years of work and 20 years of hanging around, which is actually a wonderful description of what being in a group is. There is an awful lot of hanging around and waiting. The most important thing well after a sound check, apart from running through a couple of songs, just so we hear what the sound's like in the hall, and the sound man who's mixing the sound out in the audience can get a rough idea of how the show's going to be, is to just kind of get, and you've got to check all your gears working. The most important thing is just to sort of feel acclimatized to the hall.
Can I live together? Can I live apart? That's the situation. Knew it from the start. Every time that I look at you, well, I can see that future. 'Cause you know I know, babe, that I don't wanna go. Just throwing it all away, throwing it all away.
Leave my jacket.
Should we go on first, warm the crowd up, and then the scene comes on? No, really well done, please.
Oh, they left me behind, that's the thing. Hi. Hi.
Oh no, this is the last album. This is the last tour. I thought you'd like to know. Every album we make and every tour we do is described by people around us as the last album, the last tour. And we don't know, so I don't know how they know.
But the show itself is the most entertaining part for me. I really enjoy You know, I'm not a natural performer on stage, but I do enjoy being up there and being part of a sort of. There's something very exciting about being sort of part of a thing where it involves more people than just you to produce the sound. You know, it's a sort of exciting thing because it's something that can only come together when you're all in the same place.
Well, we're going to wrap it up now. I've got to go back to bed. And I hope you have more of an insight now as to just what makes this thing tick. The life, the drama, the tears, the happiness, the eccentricity behind the scenes of a Genesis show. We got to go. See you later.